You are born in the year of a hard winter, sometime in the 13th century, in a village pressed against the damp fields of a lord's estate in northern Europe. Snow crusts the thatch roof above you. Smoke clings to the rafters. Your first breath tastes of ash. Your mother does not cry out when you arrive. She bites down on wool and bleeds quietly onto the straw. Outside, the church bell tolls for another reason entirely. A man has died in the next cottage. Death and birth share the same air here. The same mud. You are wrapped in rough linen that scratches your skin. There is no fire left in the hearth. Your father stands in the doorway, his boots leaking meltwater onto the earthen floor. He does not look disappointed. He does not look pleased. He only calculates. Another mouth. The cottage smells of manure and damp wool and old sickness that never quite leaves the walls. Wind slips through cracks. Your mother presses you to her chest, and her milk is thin. You belong to the land before you belong to yourself. By morning, your father is already in the fields. The soil is stiff and unyielding. The Lord's stew will come soon to count sacks of grain that do not yet exist. You lie in a wooden box padded with rags. Rats move in the corners at night. You are 5 when you first understand hunger. It is not a sharp pain. It is a slow gnawing that hollows inside of your ribs. Your belly swells though your limbs are thin. Your mother divides black bread into pieces, so small they disappear on your tongue like dust. Chew slowly, she says once. You do. The manor house rises above the village like a stone accusation. Its windows glow at night with candlelight. You watch from the ditch while carrying water from the stream. The Lord's hounds bark behind high walls. You learn early that walls mean warmth, and warmth is not meant for you. You are 7. The priest visits to record births. He smells of incense and stale wine. His fingers are soft when he lifts your chin. She will work, he says. Not if, not perhaps. She will. You begin carrying kindling before your arms are strong enough. Splinters burrow into your skin. Blood dries brown against dirt. No one pauses for your tears. Tears are wasted water. The fields stretch gray and endless under low skies. Your father bends double from dawn to dusk, his back a permanent curve toward soil. You follow with a sack for stones. The earth is cold even in summer. It never welcomes you. You are 8. The steward arrives on horseback. Leather creaks. Metal glints. He reads from parchment your father cannot read himself. Taxes increase. A war somewhere far away demands coin and grain. You do not know where this war is. You only know the bread becomes thinner. Your mother's hands grow raw from washing linens for the manor. She scrubs until her knuckles split. You kneel beside her in freezing water. Your fingers go numb first. Then they burn. Faster, she whispers, not unkindly. At night, she tells you of saints who endured worse. Her voice is low, as if hope itself must not be overheard. You are 10 when you enter service. The manor kitchens swallow you whole. Heat strikes your face. Smoke stings your eyes. Fat sizzles in iron pans while your stomach twists at the smell. You scrub pots blackened by feasts you will never taste. The cook's ladle strikes your shoulder when you move too slowly. You sleep on rushes near the hearth. The stone floor seeps cold through your bones. Laughter drifts from upstairs halls where meat drips with grease and wine spills freely. You learn the rules without being told. Never look directly at a noble. Never speak unless commanded. Never eat what is not given. Never forget that you are replaceable. You are 12. Your body begins to change in ways that frighten you. Blood stains your shift for the first time. The older maids show you how to hide it. Linen folded thick between your legs. Silence folded thicker in your throat. The Lord's son watches you once while you carry a basket of apples. His gaze lingers. It feels like a hand pressing between your shoulders. You lower your eyes. The priest preaches about obedience on Sundays, about divine order, about each soul placed where it belongs. The candles drip wax onto stone. You kneel on cold floors and wonder what's in you committed before memory began. You are 13. Your father falls ill during harvest. Fever burns through him. There is no physician for peasants. Only prayers and boiled herbs that taste of bitterness and rot. He dies in late autumn when the fields are already stripped bare. The steward comes again. Your mother cannot meet the tax. Debt passes like inheritance. You are sent permanently to the manor. Your mother does not weep when you leave. Her eyes are dry. That is worse. The manor doors close behind you with a sound like judgment. Childhood ends not with ceremony, but with a latch sliding into place. And you understand, finally, that this life is not temporary. It is the system, and you are inside it. You are 15. The kitchen no longer frightens you. You move quickly now, anticipating orders before they are spoken. You know which noble prefers honey in his wine, which lady throws plates when displeased. You memorize temperaments the way monks memorize scripture. A wrong glance can cost you food. A wrong word can cost you teeth. The hierarchy reveals itself in layers. The lord answers to a greater lord. The steward answers to coin. The priest answers to Rome. You answer to everyone. You begin rising before dawn to grind grain. The millstone vibrates through your palms, rough and relentless. Flour coats your lungs. You cough white dust into darkness. You are 16. Winter returns with cruelty. Villagers line outside the manor gates begging for grain reserves. The lord hosts a feast inside, celebrating a marriage alliance. Music spills through shuttered windows. Fiddles, laughter, roasted boar crackling. You carry trenchers heavy with meat past starving faces press against the gate. One woman locks eyes with you. She is from your village. Her child's ribs show through torn wool. You look away. You are 17 when the Lord's son summons you. It is evening. The corridors are quieter then. Tapestries swallow sound. He smells of wine and spice meat. His fingers grip your wrist too tightly. Do not tremble, he says softly. You do not answer. Afterward, you wash yourself with cold water in the servants' quarters. The water turns pink, then clear. No one asks questions. One maid meets your gaze briefly, then looks down. This is not unusual. This is not scandal. This is a structure. You are 18. Your belly swells. Whispers begin. The cook mutters about shame. The steward calculates inconvenience. The priest speaks of repentance while avoiding your eyes. The child is born in straw behind the kitchens. A girl. She cries once. She dies before morning. You are given no time to grieve. Pots still need scrubbing. Floors still need sweeping. The system does not pause for private sorrow. You are 19. A new girl arrives from a neighboring village. Younger, softer. Her hands still unscarred. She asks you questions at night. Does it get better? You do not answer. You show her how to scrub blood from linen without staining. You show her how to bow low enough to seem smaller than you are. You show her how to disappear while standing in plain sight. You are 20. Taxes increase again. War demands more coin. Villagers lose plots of land. Serfs become beggars. Beggars become corpses by roadside ditches. The priest preaches about patience, about rewards in heaven. You feel nothing when he speaks now. You are 22 when the accusation comes. A silver cup is missing after a feast. Panic spreads like spilled oil. Servants are lined against the wall. Hands inspected. Faces studied. The steward stops in front of you. You were closest, he says. You shake your head once. It does not matter. The punishment is public. You are dragged into the courtyard. Villagers watch. The whipping post stands dark with old stains. Rope cuts into your wrists. The first lash steals breath. The second steals sound. By the third, the world narrows into white heat. No one intervenes. When it ends, you collapse onto mud. The cup is found later beneath a noble's chair. No apology follows. You are 23. Scars map your back like silent testimony. The younger girl avoids your eyes now. She has been summoned upstairs. The system renews itself. You begin to understand something deeper than pain. You are not punished for theft. You are punished to remind others where they stand. You are 25. Your hair loses shine. Fine lines gather around your mouth. Work bends your spine like your father's. The new girls laugh sometimes in corners before they learn better. You no longer laugh. There is no dramatic rebellion. No speech. No turning point that shifts fate. Only endurance stretched thin across years. And still the bells ring every Sunday. And still the manor feasts. and still the fields swallow men whole. You remain, but remaining is not the same as living. You are 30. Your hands ache constantly now, knuckles swollen, nails cracked. The kitchen heat no longer warms you. It suffocates. Smoke settles permanently in your lungs. You cough at night until your ribs burn. The Lord's son has married. His wife arrives draped in silken jewels. She inspects servants like livestock. You, she says once, pointing. You step forward. Too old for upper service. Send her below. Below means cellar work. You descend into stone darkness where barrels sweat and mold grows thick along walls. The air smells of rot and damp grain. Light filters weakly through narrow slits near the ceiling. You are replaced upstairs by girls who still bleed with youth. You are 32. The younger servant, the one you trained, passes you on stairs without stopping. She carries fine linens now. Her hair shines. She does not meet your eyes. There is no betrayal in her face. Only survival. You are 35 when sickness spreads through the village again. A fever that blackens fingertips and steals breath. Corpses are carted away at dawn. The priest sprinkles holy water from a distance. You continue stacking barrels. You are not spared out of mercy. You are spared because you are already half broken. You are 38. Your teeth loosen. Your joints grind when you kneel. The steward barely recognizes you now. Once, you carried apples in sunlight. Now, you carry moldy sacks in darkness. You are 40. A fall on cellar stairs cracks something deep in your hip. There is no physician called. You're laid on straw near the storage wall. Work continues around you. No one can afford sentiment. Days blur. Cold seeps upward from stone into bone. Your body shrinks inward, folding like a dying plant deprived of light. You think of your mother, of your father bending over fields, of the daughter who breathed once. You have no possessions to pass on, no land, no name recorded in ink, only scars. You are 41 when the coughing begins in earnest. Wet, persistent, red stains your palm. The priest visits once. He murmurs words about endurance and eternal reward. His shoes remain clean. You die at night, not dramatically, not violently, just quietly. Your breathing slows until it stops. The cellar smells of damp wood and old wine. Somewhere above, laughter drifts faintly from a feast celebrating a good harvest. Your body is wrapped in coarse cloth and buried beyond consecrated ground because no coin is paid for proper rites. Rain flattens the mound within weeks. Centuries pass. Stone manors crumble and are rebuilt. Records survive listing harvest yields, marriage alliances, tax disputes. Scholars centuries later admired the feudal structure. They describe it as stable, ordered, necessary. They map land ownership. They trace noble bloodlines. They preserve the names of lords and bishops. They do not record the girl born in smoke and hunger. They do not describe the cellar. They do not count the lashes. Tourists walk through restored manor halls now, admiring tapestries under careful lighting. Guides speak of medieval life with measured fascination. No one mentions you. Your bones dissolve into soil that fed another harvest. Your name vanished before ink could trap it, and the bell that once tolled above your birth still rings in memory, though no one remembers who it rang for.